and welcome to Tetso College in Dimapur, Nagaland. This college is 24 years old, and with me, a bunch of very young students, less than 24, gathered to tell us what is it that on the eve of elections, young Nagaland wants. Here they are. Many of them are first-time voters. How many of you are first-time voters? Oh, that's a lot, and it must be really quite exciting. Let me go straight to you. You are a first-time voter?
Yes, I am.
Are you excited about it?
I'm excited about it.
Do you have a voter card?
Actually, I do. Yes.
Oh, wonderful. So you'll be going to the polls. And of course, you are a first-timer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm a first-time voter.
What do you feel about it? Do you feel it's important? You can make a difference with your vote?
Yes, ma'am. I feel that one vote itself can change a lot, because when you are voting, you're voting not just for the one time, but it contains of 5 years. And with that 5 years, you can change a lot. And with that, if you choose the correct candidate over that vote that you get, you can bring much more development in Nagaland in the future.
Oh, perfect. Yes, the power of one vote, everybody knows that. But let's talk about one man who is definitely a big figure in this election. He is not from Nagaland, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Let me go straight to the students and ask them. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister, he is going to have a big role in your elections here this time. What do you feel about it?
I should say it's a great, but when you come back to the religious side, I think sometimes it's really hard, because our state is full of Christianity state. But I should say that our Modi, Narendra Modi, he will bring changes to our state, not in a religious way, but to bring equality in our state as a one nation.
Okay. What about you? What do you think about Mr. Narendra Modi? You've seen him on TV, certainly.
Narendra Modi, I think he is also trying his best to uplift India in certain ways, but I think there are some kind of pressures, I should say, and like in religious aspect, everyone should be, since India is a secular state, that should be emphasized. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Do you also think so?
To me, my personal opinion is that when we come to the religious terms, I feel like he's not doing enough, because from what we see is that as a minority, Christians are minority in our state, so even the Christmas...
Christians are majority in Nagaland. Right.
In Nagaland, we are majority, but as compared to our mainland, and when it comes in terms with the India, we are like disregarded. Because see, as a minority, I feel very much like not hatred, but I feel anger to see that our Christmas day has been changed to Good Governance Day. So I feel like that is a way they are like indirectly trying to bring that Hinduism in our society. And also, even in our Father's Day, they have changed it. It seems they have changed it, and I don't know what, but I hope that our Honorable Prime Minister will bring some changes to it. Maybe it's because...
That's a very interesting point of view. I mean, how many of you feel that Good Governance Day is going to hurt your Christmas spirit? It doesn't hurt mine. Does it disturb you? Did you celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December, or did you do Good Governance Day? How many celebrated Christmas? So there you are, so perhaps that's just a name that has been given, but yeah, sure, you have a reason to feel concerned. Are you concerned, or are you going to look at politics beyond religion? What are you hoping for?
Well, we know that being a human, we all live by religious values. So obviously it is very important for the Christian people to celebrate Christmas Day, because comparing with all the other festivals and the things we do, Christmas is a gathering, a festival where all the Christians comes together and we celebrate the values of life. So it is very important that the festival of Christmas be respected. And I should say that Modi is doing a good job. He's really doing a good job. But when it comes to religious terms, like all of us are saying, I don't think that he is really keeping up with the so-called secular state. And he should try to respect the fundamental rights. He should try to respect the Constitution, because according to the Constitution, we all have the rights, our own religious rights. And what we are seeing right now is that we have seen that there is more than 1 lakh cows, which he is trying to invest millions of money to, make Aadhaar cards for. What about the people? There are so many people who are dying out of poverty. What about them? Okay. So I just want to, ask our Modi that is it really important that the cows be given more privilege than human life? Is human life of no value when it compared to the lives of cows. So that is what I want to ask our Prime Minister.
Aadhaar cards for cows, and that's something really quite debatable. I'm not sure of the facts of the case in that, but clearly religion is an important issue for all of you. This is a church-run college, but when you say religion, I mean, are you Christian first or secular first? Who wants to take that question?
Obviously, I should say that Christian first, because even like when the British came to India, they bring the Christianity, and the Christianity has changed many people as well as our thinking. When we started the practice of Christianity, it has bring us the value of humanity as well as how to respect others. And then like when we think like if the thing that's secular first, it's not necessary that we should be a Christian in that way. So according to my view is that Christianity comes first. Does everybody agree with him or also feels that it's important to be secular and tolerant of all religions? You want to come on again, Rilo?
Okay, the thing is, it depends on the country. Like if it's like a broad variety of other religions that we have as an Indian state. So in our state, a secular state should be the first priority, because we should not be hurting the sentiments of others as well as our own one. So that whatever we do, we should consider and think of others as well, not just our Christian state.
You know, I almost want to shake your hand, but we shall do that after the show. But I'm very happy to see that a lot of you have reservations on the issue of religion, but there are some of you who said Modi's done a good job. Who wants to talk about one good thing that he has done?
Well, I cannot mention precisely where he's doing, where he has bring tremendous change, but we can see that, programs like Digitalize India, this one I should really appreciate, and things like, what we call it, the cleaning thing. Swachh Bharat. These are, some of the good impacts that he's bringing in society, and, going to different countries to maintain our country relation. That is also a very good strategy of what he's doing, and I should say he's really a good person. The way he thinks is very different from the previous prime ministers, and I know he can bring a very tremendous change in the country. So hoping for the best.
You have hit a raw spot for me. Digital Nagaland. Would you agree? Nagaland is digital. I have had terrible trouble with my telephone.
Yeah, in fact that we are terming Nagaland, the whole country to be digitalized, but when it comes to Nagaland, the network and the network that we are supposed to get as being termed as digitalized is not being totally applicable. Our networks are cut at any time.
I know. What about you? I mean, how many telephone SIM cards do you have? All the variety, or one is good enough?
I use
whatever.
2 SIM cards, but one do not work, and one it rarely works. Sometimes it does not work. So yes, when it comes to digitalizing India, we face network issues here. So
how bad is the internet? Will you tell me what about the internet, broadband connectivity? What is it like?
Well, for me, I use around 5 SIM cards depending on the places I am. For example, if I'm in college, I use Geo SIM. If I'm at home, then I use a different SIM. So basically, digitalizing Nagaland, I think it is not even at the first page. So I think the politicians and everything should come together and work for that, so that as Nagaland being a part of India, so everything should be digitalized. So I think that's important.
Absolutely. What about you? What do you use for broadband? I mean, do you have broadband at home? Is it good or does it not work?
No, miss, I don't have any broadband at home.
And college?
Yeah, at college.
No. Mobile phone?
Yeah, mobile phone. I do use mobile phone.
How easy or difficult is it? Can you surf the net on it?
Yeah, I can surf the net on it. But regarding the network, it's not too good. At home it's quite some good, but when it comes to the college, the network is totally off. So I think network doesn't work at some places.
But you know, something interesting that I came across when I was talking to the person who drove us from Dimapur all the way up to Kohima is that he met his wife in a Facebook chat. So obviously it works well enough. What would you say? Are you happy with the digital India situation, digital Nagaland situation, or do you want more?
Yeah, it is somehow okay in Dimapur and Kohima, but when we go to the remote place, it is very bad.
What is it you want to do? What job? How can you contribute to Nagaland?
It depends, but in the future, I want to be someone who can bring a great change to Nagaland. One way I think I can really make an impact in Nagaland is through business. Through business, I'm sure I can invest on something, and through this business that I'm investing, I can really give back to Nagaland what it needs. Maybe I can invest on some Nagaland's own power plant where we can create our own electricity and we don't have to borrow from other states. And also, I believe there's so many other ways, but I think that's one way to change Nagaland.
Who wants to tell that to Mr. Modi directly? What do you want to tell him right now?
Okay, hi sir. Like we've seen a lot of students who have been complaining about digital life. Like me, when it comes to college, the connection is good. But what about the other states? What about the other districts that we have? When you go to our village, the connection is not so bad that we cannot even call our parents and talk about the issues that we have here. So can you please, give more attention on our states, on the other districts, and please, take our grievances into consideration, and can you please change and make this Nagaland, make the whole India a digital India?